Hello and welcome one and all, I am Old School Gamer 1971, a special shout out to Millie and Lloyd. Hope you're all having a great day and are staying safe. Today's subject matter is Third Hour Thoughts PGA Tour 2K21. Before we begin, if you enjoy the video, give it a big thumbs up, like, and if it pleases you, check out my channel and subscribe. So without further ado,
sure that they're making 5, 6, 7 birdies a day out there. Because if they're not, if they're struggling with birdies and only making pars, then the entire field is going to pass them by.
PGA Tour 2K21 is a golf game developed by HB Studios and released for the PlayStation 4 in 2020. Finally, a spiritual successor to the Tiger Woods series. I have high hopes for this game. I have ploughed hours into the series and I know how much fun it can be. HB Studios are a Canadian-based developer based in Nova Scotia and was established in 2000. Having worked on sports games for EA, this is not their first attempt at golf games, the Golf Club series. They have made games for 3 generations of PlayStation and even handheld devices. I have played their NHL, rugby and cricket games previously for the PlayStation 2, and multiplayer wise, they was all a lot of fun. The first thing that you can check off your checklist is you can create your own golfer or use licensed golfers. There's a lot of clothing and equipment to make that golfer your own. This is kinda to be expected, but its inclusion works in its favour. You have licensed courses and unlicensed. This means for some nice variety, adding the ability to make your own courses, there is a lot of bang for your buck here. It's all about winning tournaments, beating players and unlocking equipment. This is pretty much what all golf games are about. The multiplayer is just the icing on the cake. So is this PGA Tour 2K21 or is it PG Tips 2P21? Right off the bat, well, club. Controls are a place that a lot has changed since the Tiger Woods days. A lot less arcadey. You add spin before the shot is taken. You have to have the confidence in your shot and read the lay of your ball. Putting is also tougher as you have to read the green. No measurements, all skill here. Happily, single player works nicely, drawing you into the game. With local and online multiplayer, there is much to keep everyone happy here. The only shame is you don't get to look at your opponent's face as you sink a 100-foot putt on the online multiplayer. There are many different difficulty levels for golfers and course. This allows you to be competitive no matter your skill level. As well as you improve, you can buy better equipment that are not quite as forgiving to your mistakes. The professional golfers have always looked good, not so much for the creator golfers. Again, here there is much for you to create your look with, except if you're big bone like me, with one huge belly bone. This is as fat as I can look, just a little thing. So it might sound like this is the norm, but not always. The bright days look bright, dull days look overcast, and the water looks bang on. I get that this is hardly open world or action based, but what it looks is pristine and you cannot really ask for more than that. This looks so smooth. Do not get me wrong, I get that this is only a golf game, but it does look a polished game. Sometimes a license means that they don't try. Here it is obvious that they did.
430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Wonderfully played.
Golf games, or simulators if it pleases, is helped along with the ambient soundtrack, the wildlife, gasps of the crowd, or the breeze, wind sometimes, makes the atmosphere strong with this one. Now when it comes to the voiceover, this is pretty good and certainly adds to the atmosphere. Do not get me wrong, it is far from perfect, but what it does will suffice, until it doesn't. Then you have, this game works perfectly for Spotify. Those phrases will eventually get tiresome, so it will be creating your own soundtrack. I suggest lots of the Kinks or the Beach Boys. Like the Tiger Woods games that came before, you do get into a zone where you are hitting those shots perfectly. So far my best round is a 16 under par. With many licensed courses for you to sink your teeth into, this is a great game. This easily exceeded my expectations. The last few Tiger Woods games kinda disappointed me. The controls just felt wrong, the online clunky, and it put me off day one purchase. I will be purchasing the next entry day one. Right now I am playing a round a day. This is kinda cool, and if anybody wants to play a round, message me. After all, practice makes perfect. This is a game that I can recommend to fans of the original Tiger Woods games. Ricky, Richard, Matt and Mark. This game is for you. Yes, it is a bit less arcadey. The controls rely on your being able to read the shot and commit to it instead of bashing buttons. For me, this improves the game. I award PGA Tour 2K21 a solid 9 out of 10. So PGA Tour 2K21, this most definitely is. I'm off to get some tips off Tiger Woods. Or then again, better not.
Just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green.
And it's done. If you found this video interesting or have any suggestions, please comment down below, as it will put a big old smile on this old face. Let's get the conversation started. I will answer you all. I post new content every week. Have a great day one and all, and thank you for your support. This has been Old School Gamer 1971, signing off.